Oh, that was easy. I wonder what we missed by not going.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
Disturbingly say.
Surprise!
Oh god. Yeah, it starts.
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? Pfft. I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws.
Jeez.
Make your mind up.
What can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah?
Was
Boy, that's interesting.
He was a sailor captain. This is his house.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad.
It's the
Why
nose
don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
Lily, that's how you know that someone is smart.
I bet you can't keep this piece of coal in your mouth for the next half hour.
Could too. I could keep it in my mouth for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah? Go on then. Prove it.
Don't want to. And if you try to make me, I'll tell Aunt Mina.
Yeah, I played
Look,
this a long time ago as
an
well.
ancient Mayan stone.
I just wanted to play
Is
through
that
it
a
again.
magic
The
stone?
remastered
Well,
version.
I don't know about that.
No.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Surveil.
Would you like to play darts?
No?
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Yep, and fall asleep. Okay, I want the ink thingy. Oh, the quill.
That might come in useful. In ticklish situations.
I haven't actually played through Broken Sword 1. Broken Sword 1.
What you doing, Jaws?
I'm just borrowing this feather, that's all.
Why?
I might be able to make use of it.
You gonna steal it? That's bad. I'm gonna tell on you.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
Well, because I'm not stealing, just borrowing. It was an indented well in the corner of the desk. I guess it was intended to hold ink, but it seemed unnecessarily wide. Maybe Ketch had used it to hold his rum bottles steady in heavy seas. It was the holder for the quill. The top surface of the desk had a large recessed area set into it. I guessed it was intended to stop things rolling off in heavy seas. There was also an inkwell and the small hole where the quill had been. It was an actual pirate ship chart.
Oh my lord. I don't actually remember how to finish these parts though.
March 20th, 1670 fix. Engaged frigate off Fan Salvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
I'm not sure that's
Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
Oh, wait. There. Here.
Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what? The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk.
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock it off, will ya? There's something you ought to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I'm putting this old map on the desk.
What you doing that for, Jaws?
Because it was obviously intended to fit in this recessed area.
How'd you work that out?
It's obvious.
Yeah, man, it's all.
Captain
One sexy
Frederick
man.
Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry. It would have been easy to reach
haven't
the
played the
cutlass
third
and
and
slip
fourth
it in my
game,
pocket. It would also
actually.
have been the most regrettable action of my life.
But I've heard they're kind of bad.
It was a shiny and... It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip it in my pocket. It would also have been the most regrettable action of my life. Two bells and all's well. Pirates were cool.
Everyone was pirates.
Hard a port, bosun. Aye, aye, Captain Stewart.
Yeah, they released one. It wasn't that long ago that they
She
released
cannot take it, Captain.
a new
The
Broken
lad's
Sword.
dead.
And it,
Abandon ship.
I guess it was supposed to kind of be like, more like the Walking Dead kind of game, I think. Not sure though.
Yow! I should have known better than to put my hand in there. Grandma Stobart had a nasty experience in a water butt once. It was an old wooden barrel. Maybe it was from Ketch's ship. Whatever lived in that barrel could stay there as far as I was concerned.
Let's go to talk to Emily.
The desk had obviously been cut to fit the chart. That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there.
Sounds good. Good man. Good plan.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina told me. Stay out of mischief.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm
Basically
busy.
my television.
That cross you're wearing, Emily,
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
Please.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
Do we have?
She wouldn't have been interested.
Oh. Here's the
She
shiny
wouldn't have
thing.
been interested. She wouldn't have been interested.
Yeah. Piece of coal.
She wouldn't have been interested.
Okay. Yeah, they're
It
nice.
was Captain Ketch's sea chest.
This
Its
one
battered appearance
is really
hinted
the
at
one that
salty
I've played the
tales of
most as a
maritime
kid.
adventure and swashbuckling. Long months at sea with a
Was
rum-sodden
this one and,
mutinous crew, hardtack and scurvy. And this chest, full to the brim with Ketch's loot, pearls, diamonds, emeralds, and doubloons. On the other hand, it could have been full of spare blankets.
Probably spare blankets. Discworld Noir, one of those games. Where you had to fake your death and everything. I don't remember the name.
There were several things I wanted to say to that awful kid, but I held my tongue.
I'm supposed to put something in... Oh, can... Oh, lantern.
Holding that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale.
No, take it.
The lantern fitted so precisely in the inkwell, it could only be deliberate.
What are you doing now?
Grown-up stuff.
Wow,
I doubt that.
I've put the lantern in the inkwell. See? It fits.
Why?
Because it was cut to fit.
Why?
Because sneaky old Captain Ketch made it that way.
Why?
What is with all the questions?
I actually
'Cause
played it
I'm
on
interested.
PlayStation.
Why?
Because
Back
I
then.
have the insatiable curiosity of the young.
Why?
All right. Truce.
Never finished it though. So now there's something I need to put in the pen holder. And I think it's the cross, right?
There were several things I wanted to say to that awful kid, but I held my tongue. That looked like that's where it was supposed to be, so I left it there. The base of the lantern fitted precisely in the inkwell. It was the holder for the quill. It was firmly attached to the desk. It was firmly attached to the desk.
Can we examine this again and maybe...
It was the portrait of Captain Ketch. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry.
It depends on what you mean, but I said that I played it on PlayStation.
2 bells and all's well. Pirates were cool.
Pirates were cool.
It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip it in my pocket. It would also have been the most...
So what do we need to give her? Yep.
Whatever lived in that barrel could stay there.
That didn't work, right? Okay.
The ship looked too fragile to touch. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Of course. Yeah. I know I need the cross, I just don't.
There were several things I wanted to say to that. She wouldn't have been interested. She wouldn't have been interested. She wouldn't have been interested. She wouldn't have been.
I don't. And I really need to. I don't remember that name now. When I hear it actually. You remember
It was
what
the
to do what
holder for the
now?
quill.
What to do now? I need her
The little girl had
cross.
cute freckles, cute little nose, and the eyes of a KGB interrogator. Around her neck was a large cross on a chain. It was identical to the one in the portrait of Captain Ketch.
Can I talk about?
There were several things.
Let's do this. Others may have. So I need to. Of course. I thought I could solve everything.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws. The novelty value of having an inner tube in my pocket had worn off.
Nice. Let's talk to Rio. I mean, do they even exist anymore?
What do you give to a small, irritating girl who asks about everything?
Try a conch. Delicate colors, interesting shape, and when you put it to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Yeah, why's that?
Usually because you're standing next to it.
Cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but I promised it to my sister. She well vexed with me.
What's that company? I remember that, actually. Sure.
Why is your sister mad with you?
Well, last night, when I got home with our supper, she went wild. Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? A sicker puffer fish. What I want is tiger fish. So don't bother come back home till you catch one, boy. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish. All I have is a fishing pole and a worm.
What do you need to catch a tiger fish?
One of them real fancy flies like the rich fishermen use.
Any use for a quill?
What's a quill?
It's what people used to write with in Captain Ketch's days.
No, man. I'd sooner be fishing.
There was nothing else.
Just show it to him. Here. This is what it
What you
looks
got there?
like.
I didn't think the kid would be interested in that.
What you got there?
I didn't think...
Didn't just poison him.
What you got there?
I didn't think...
I just had to try.
What you got there?
I didn't think the kid...
Find a something. Oh, okay. That explains a few things. Let's check the net. Something.
I didn't want a fishing net.
That's not
It was a net left to dry in the sunshine.
sun. It's nothing. Going up again. Da-da.
There were several things I wanted to...
Let's check the hints. Can we?
I wasn't convinced that... That wouldn't work. It was the poison dart which had stunned Nico.
Wait, can this be used? I need to go back down. No, I don't. That was many, many years ago. It would be fun to play them. It'd be nice to see those kind of games on Steam, or more of those games on Steam. And again, I would love to see the old Resident Evil games on Steam. That would have been...
What you got there?
I didn't think the kid would be interested in that. It was the quill I'd found in the Ketch Museum. It was the poison...
Give the feather to the cat. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
I wasn't going to risk further laceration by the cat's claws.
Yeah, that is kind of sad. Unless you have an old computer to play them on.
The cat made short work of the feather, tearing it into a blizzard of small pieces.
That is so ridiculous that we...
Nope. I'd better think that the quill had been torn into small pieces.
I wonder if we're...
I wasn't going to risk...
I mean... We had to have the cat torn it up for us. Tear it up for us. 2. Sometimes these games.
Hey, this is just what you need to make a fly.
Thanks. Let's hope them tiger fish hungry. A deal's a deal. Here's a conch.
Yeah, all my PlayStation stuff is left. That game was borrowed though.
There was nothing else I wanted to ask the boy.
And my PlayStation is actually left in Gothenburg, so I don't have any of my PlayStation stuff here. Sadly. I do also have a Nintendo. Well, I don't. Me and my brother together have a Super Nintendo. That is with him. I did get a seashell, right? Hey.
Here, I've got a conch. Would you like it?
Dunno. Aunt Frost told me never to take presents from strange men.
I'm not a strange man.
Then why
I
are you
moved
called
to Stockholm
Jaws?
at the moment.
Jaws? That's a stupid name.
I'm not called... Look, conch, pretty.
So not in
Swap
Gothenburg
for the
anymore.
cross, yes or no? Right, this thing's going out the window.
Okay. We'll do swapsies.
Swapsies. Yeah, clearly a gold cross is worth a seashell. Makes so much sense. Oh yeah.
Ketch's cross slipped snugly into the penholder. Before you ask, I've put your cross in this little hole in the desk.
Why?
Impulse mainly, with a dash of irrational intuition.
Silly. Only women have intuition.
Oh.
The lantern cast a strong light over the desktop. The light cast a shadow of the cross. And the shadow fell precisely over a small, unnamed island shaped like a skull.
Oh my. Is that a small island? It was bigger than all the islands.
That must be it. Ketch's Treasure Island.
Uh-oh. That's Zombie Island. It's a bad place.
No
Zombie
kidding.
Island.
Well, bad place or not, that's my next port of call.
Can I come too?
The hell you can.
I never get to leave the house.
Oh. Good thing. You done? Leave? Did I need to bring any